Good morning, folks. Welcome back. I think today, project-wise, we're moving around the globe over to India, and we're going to mess with the host. The host are another of the invading, I don't know, multidimensional empires. Um, they are. They also have some biotech elements to them, but they're much more um, mainstream in our world. And their biotech they have is much more infectious and cancerous and looks more like tumors than pretty long swooping things that we've been doing this so far. So yeah, let's get on to that. Um, I think we're going to start with something real simple and just try to infect a wall, and then we'll make it move from there. I did build a couple of modifiers over the weekend that we're going to use too. Um, let's jump into our space. So first off, we're going to keep the basic cube this time, but we're going to sz.1. Okay, now let's just edit it. And I'm going to, why do I want to do this? We'll come back out. Edit mode. S, Shift Z, 5. Maybe let's bring a person in too. Have some reference. Okay. That looks like a good road. So let's leave it at that. Cool. SX 4. Oh, not the person. Okay. That's pretty cool. Now let's just take this face and E5 and then E3. It's more like a building than a wall, but yeah, let's bring it back in a little bit. Let's undo that. Let's just say E1 and then E4. So that's a basic wall, right? Let's go ahead and save. (250203) live stream host wall. Okay. And I'm torn. I don't want to do too much bigger than this. Well, we can always mess with it too. Let's just see what we get. Okay. Let's apply rotation and scale. And we're going to subdivide this whole thing. So let's just do it with quad remesh. It's what? 14 faces now. Let's make it 250. Delete the original one. Let's see what that gives us. Yeah, that looks cool. That's something. Now, we can decide how we want to play this out in terms of growing it. Well, let's see. Let's bring across our modifier that we made and test it out. Okay. We'll grab this cube. Just the easiest way to do it. And come over here and bring it in. There we go. And that makes all those faces. So if we take this and link materials, not materials, sorry, modifiers, copy modifiers. There we go. That's going to convert it. So maybe we want to duplicate it first just to keep our original. And this one, let's get rid of the modifier and move it to wall. Turn it off. So now we have this. And voxel size 0.1 just to test it. And if we set our end to 10, just in case it gets way extreme, we grow. And it's mostly going to grow around the edges because we got it set to hit curvature, which is fun. And I think we'll do what we wanted. Whee! Okay. Let's undo it. And I'm good with that, but I think I'm actually going to tweak it first. Oh, is there two? Oh. Didn't move it to wall. Turned off wall. Oh, that's the original cube, right. We don't even need that anymore. Delete. M wall. And turn it off. Okay, great. Let's see what happens if we get rid of this. If we well, take this and maybe we give it some destruction first. A little bit of OCD, make damage. Too much. Change pattern, no. Remove. I always hate going to erode it if I have to, but erode just does such a better job. Even that's not thick enough though, is it? Resolution 5. There we go. That's big enough. That's gonna look cool. Let's apply it. Now it's a lot bigger, right? Yeah. Let's cut it down. It does not need to be that big for us right now. Let's change it to quadri mesh it down to 100,000. Let's see if it'll do it. Come on. It's getting there. Don't die on me now. Come on. There we go. Cool. Much better. Get rid of the original. And now we're looking at, yeah, a much more reasonable selection. Don't think it's going to make a huge difference anyway. But if we take it and I don't want cube. Let's move cube to new collection source. Turn off wall. Okay, so this to this link copy modifiers. Now we're not using objects. Voxel size set to 0.1. Cuts it even more just because it's thin. But we get this kind of gross everywhere thing. Now I wonder, because I'm just playing with it here. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. Let's take this and use add modifier. This is another cool thing I found over the weekend. Ambient occlusion. Cool. And then add modifier, delete selection. This is what I made. And it just takes a vertex group, which I know the other one makes an occlusion one. And it only keeps threshold 0.05. Let's see if that'll give us more. The other one's still, well. Oh, we're getting more. Okay, got it. We want to go bigger. Threshold 0.25. I could just select parts of it, but I'm trying to grab these are the holes in this object. Let's go a little bit bigger. 0.4. Sure, let's just keep that. We're going to grow from this section, maybe even a little more. 0.8. Yes, that'll work. That's what we want. And apply all. So it's just grabbed the areas with ambient occlusion, and then I've deleted everything but those areas. So we can bring wall backing. See, there it is on top. And this now, we can add a modifier, solidify. Let's go down and turn off even. And our thickness is going to be 0.1. And go 0.2. 0.2 is probably a little more, maybe 0.15. Let's try 0.15 and apply all. Now, if we take that and give it the modifier, and this, we're going to set our speed to 2 and run it. And I'm just going to delete this object too, or turn off the, there we go. Okay, rewind, play. Now it's mostly growing on the ground in front because that's where we got it set to go. Let's see if we got anything on the back. No, it's not bad. Maybe we want a little more. Maybe I should just grab my own faces and not worry about it so much. Yeah, let's do that. Undo history. I want to go back to here. Fine. And this is the wall I want to keep. But tab and C. I just want to grab a bit here, here, here. Yeah, come on. Something like this doesn't seem too bad. That'd be good enough. Let's try this. And tab and Shift D, and let's turn off the original one. And our new one, add a modifier, junction nodes, delete selection. Vertex group, which I don't think exists yet, does it? I just selected it. Come on. Yep. Didn't assign it. Assign it to group. Come back out. We don't have to use that. We could have just copy pasted them. Might have been even been easier, but I don't know. I want to use my new one. Group, yes. It's not called group. Always when you're trying to do something cool. Edit mode. Assign. Select. Okay. Yeah. That looks right. Object mode. Okay, now that's working. Am I just seeing both somewhere else? Where do I have two? Okay. There we go. That's the selection we wanted. Apply all. A limited time. Okay. Now, let's remesh that. Not that much, damn it. Oh, that'd be interesting. Escape to abort. We don't want that. Let's get it to faces. Let's go with 50,000. See how this goes. Come on. Okay, yeah, that's better. Do we have two of them? So we have the original one. Let's see, what do we got? Yeah. Okay, good. So that's the one we want. There's our wall. M wall. Now, this one, add a modifier, should have it in there. Geometry nodes. Host corruption. Okay. Needs to be thick first. Turn it off. Add modifier solidify. Whew. Even thickness. Thickness 0.1. Yeah. 0.2. And apply it. What the hell? Okay. There we go. Come on. Still doesn't look great. This should be okay though. Add a modifier. Geometry nodes. Host corruption. Yeah, that'll unify it down. Voxel size 0.1. Yeah, that makes it very good. Speed 2. Let's turn the wall back on. Actually, maybe we need to get rid of that cube. Which one is this? This is our original messed up. We want to keep that wall. Too many things renamed cube. Okay. Yeah, we want to get rid of this one. And this one, I think we do want to remesh it down. Let's just use a remesh. General, decimate, 0.15. Cut our wall in. Let's see what we get. Yeah, sure. That's good. We can go with 300,000 is way better than 1 point something million. These differential growth modifiers have a tendency to make things very bad fast. Let's see. So if we run it, and get that. That's interesting. Not exactly what I wanted, but kind of cool. I think we might use it. Let's take our voxel size down to 0.05. And that looks good. I want to say a y of minus 0.25. So it's going to come out slightly. Or it should. Yeah. It should lean. Go to the end. Which way is it leaning? Don't I think we have enough. Let's test it. -1. And back. And play. And it should. That should now pull it. Yeah. More out that way. And increase the scale of our noise to like 5. Now let's increase our speed to 4, which will let it go higher. And see what it gets. Yeah. Now obviously we could let it go longer too, and it's going to keep growing. But it is going to get bigger. Maybe 5 is a little bit too much. We were at 1 before. Let's go to like 2.5. That seems good to me. That might be a little bit too far out. So instead of -1, let's go to -0.5 here. So it's a little bit less angled, but still out from the wall. Yeah. That looks kind of fun. I can be into that. That seems all right. Might even just go with that for this one. Keep playing with other things. The only thing we could do, we put some faces and stuff in it, but maybe we'll leave it out for this one. Do it for another one. Okay. There's that. Now maybe let's grab a car. These are old ruined Apocalypse cars that I think will go nicely here. Scene collection. Paste it. And it feels like it just needs to go right here. There we go. We could even move it further against the wall, but I don't think we're going to need to. We're just going to go like right there. And if you look at it, it's already beat up. Gross and unpleasant, which is cool. That's what we wanted. But I wonder if we can't have some stuff growing out of it too. Now we could have it grow directly, but I think an easier way this time might be with this one. Mesh, let's wrap it. Doesn't really matter. Oh, fail to execute. Let's see. Shift A, mesh, wrap it, remesh. No. Found the same edge use multiple times. Okay, let's just try. Fine. Mesh, cube. Let's try doing it the old-fashioned way. Cool. Cool. And that, add a modifier, deform, shrink wrap, target the car. Oh, I see. The car. There we go. That'll work. And that gives us that. Apply all. Then Shift A, mesh. Let's create a rock. And over here, scale it way up. Sure. And cut it away from that. And that should be good. Apply it, delete our rock. Go back, and now we have that object there. And we can link Guppy modifiers. And if we rewind, they're all growing at the same time. So we can decide if we want to stop it being dynamic, and I think we probably do. Let's take it to that. We're going to use that for this one right now. So we're just going to take this object and apply this stuff. Now I don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, but now we can play with this one. And let's set our voxel size down a little smaller, 2. And let's see what that gives us. We might want a little more than that. Let's go to speed of 6. And try it again. Speed matters more for animating, but it will give us more at the end too. So let's take us to end of 20. And our speed back down to 4. That's looking better. Still hasn't got me what I wanted though. Scale of 1.5 and end of 30. Let's try this. Those are maybe too big. Oh, it is better. Let's see. That's at 30. Oh, I hate that. I think maybe I'm going to cut it down so it doesn't grow as high, actually. Let's go to like 1. Or to like cover our car more. Yeah, that's better. Go to the end. Let's see what we got. Yeah, well, I can go with that. That'll be fun. Let's just apply it. Take a look at it, and it's only 300,000. It's not too bad. But let's decimate it to like 0.25. Try to keep my face count down because we're going to get high again on this one if we're not careful. Okay. So we got both of those growing stuff. They're not really look like they're growing together, which is fine. We could come to this one, and now that it's just Group those two things together. Yeah. This object, sculpt mode, and let's try snake hook. That seems appropriate. Bring that up. And that up. And that up. And that up. Like that, just so it kind of intersects with our car a little bit more. I think that's better. What do we think? There we go. That's better. Yeah. Yeah, that'll make it feel more unified. Okay. Object mode again. And I want to do something a little bit fun too. Obviously, that's open to interpretation as to what a little bit fun is, but let's see. I want to grab... I think I might do another wall, but it's going to be a little bit more overrun. And before I do that, I want to show you the other stuff. So those are all good. We're fine. Shift-A, Mesh, Cube. And we're going to say SD 1.5. So that's 10 feet tall. It's a 3 meter cube. Okay. Shift-Z 2. SX4. Don't even really need that much, but it's kind of more of a facade. Let's come here. Excuse me. And we're not even going to look behind that wall, so we can just go up on tab. Something like that. Okay. And we're going to give it geometry nodes, host corruption. And it's going to be pretty bad because it doesn't have any, go to 0.1, and curvature. But let's see. Oh, and we also need to apply scale. So it's going to do that, which is going to be fun. I don't want it to grow up that much. I want it to grow up just barely 0.25. And again, minus 0.25 on that. And it's going to go out that way. And it's still too much. Okay. I want it on this wall here. I should really adjust the curvature part, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. Instead, let's just turn it off in edit mode and 2 GY. Do that. Let's see what that does. I think it's a little bit more. Okay. We want to cut our scale down to 0.5. And our speed, I'll leave it at 6. We're going to use objects. And I need to go through into my objects first. And we're going to use faces. And all I got is faces, yes. So now it throws some faces on top. But what's cool is it continually remeshes them too. So they get added and then warped into it and then added and stretched and added and stretched and same as always. That's going to be cool. If you look, you can see when you stop it, there are these like faces and stuff sticking out. And depending on how much they've been remeshed and what the voxel size is, it can be super cool. Let's set this to 10. And I like those, but I want to try beyond just faces. Let's go add, where's our human? There's our guy. Select hierarchy. Rudy, we're just going to use you. We don't need to do anything to you, and it's fine. Let's come to you. And human gen. And all we're going to do is change your pose. Do I have a sleep? Yes, sleeping idle. There's that one. Okay. We're going to use that. Select hierarchy. Shift D. M, new collection. Bodies. And then just solo it. Okay, so this, where are we in bodies? Yeah, so we want to select all the teeth we're just going to get rid of. I don't want them messing with me. Eyes will join together with the body. And then, don't do that. Apply all shape keys. Delete all modifiers. Oh, what? Why is it doing that? Oh, number 1. Okay. Oh. Apply armature. Now delete all. There we go. Cool. Delete that. We have this body now. And his center of gravity is there, which is probably good. Let's edit it. Actually, GZ. There we go. Control A, all transforms. Move his center of gravity slightly up. Now let's just move him into faces. Now we get a body sticking at the side of that thing there. And if we come here, let's cut our object density down to 0.05 and draw and generate. I might want more bodies. We definitely need to drop the I can speak voxel count, or yeah, voxel size. Let's delete these. Delete them. Okay, yeah. Come back to this guy again here, and I'm just gonna hide faces too. Okay, him. Let's give him. Oh, come on. Is there die? No, no death. I didn't create one yet. Okay. Come on. Let's just take him back to A pose. Okay. Select the hierarchy. Look at it again. Now we are going to rotate him down. Now let's pose. I'm going to bend this. Yeah, sure. It's fine. It doesn't need to be bent quite so much. There we go. This one's going to be reaching up. This one's going to be going down. Something like that. Cool. Sure. Let's push this out just a little bit. back. It's going for a big arc. Okay, tab. Object mode. Like that. Control A, all transforms. Okay. We're only going to do 2, I think. Let's try it and see. So over here, delete his teeth. Eyes and body joined together. Here, apply all shape keys. Here, apply his armature. Oh, that's the eyes. Oh, that's fine. Actually worked out. Great. Alt-P, clear parent. Delete that. M, faces. Okay. Now, if we come to here and decrease our voxel size to 0.05, let's set our end to 10. Sure. No more than that. Get a little too much, I think. It's a little too big a growth. Let's cut our speed down to 2. And see what that does to us. Rewind it. Save it just to make sure. Yeah, it's looking better. Okay, let's cut our end to 20. It's definitely going to start slowing down. Let's see, how are we liking it? It's getting interesting. That actually feels pretty cool. The only thing I might try changing is let's take our scale back up to 1. And kick our end to 15, just to slow it down, make sure. It's looking all right. I think, I'm gonna double check. Yeah, our scale's too different. Let's take our object minimum scale to 0.75 and our max scale to 1.25. So our people are gonna be more regular human sized. And that looks good to me. And play. It just feels super creepy to me. But it's kind of working. The goal is to kind of make them feel representative of humans, which they kind of are, without it feeling too on the nose. I think we're getting close to that. Is that the only cube? What's this cube? Oh, that's that thing. So we're going to call this car infection. We're going to call this wall infection. Call this wall. We're going to duplicate this, and we're going to delete it off that. We're going to call that building, and we're going to call this one building infection. Now I won't get lost again, hopefully. Okay. But let's take building infection and cut it a little bit, which will make it more interesting too. Shift A, mesh, rock. Just like using rocks. And cool. Well, that's just 2. Cut it in. And that. Not on that. Not on building. On building infection. Yes. And we want it before that one. And apply. And turn back on building. And now we should have some holes. Yeah, maybe they'll see. Building infection. Rewind. On. Play. Nice. Hey, Michael. Well, you got to do your thing. That's cool. Good to see you for a minute. We continue on with our, Dante's Inferno of Hell, guys climbing out of a wall. Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted. Mm-hmm. Yes. And then building. Let's do that to it. It didn't need a Boolean. Okay. Save. Favorite tree generator for individual big trees or like crowds of trees. For making my own trees, I use AnyTree a lot, which is a Blender plugin that costs money. The other one that I would recommend is, what's it called? Plant Factory, which is free and really good. And that's what I would recommend. It's a different app, but it exports ones and it will give you a whole bunch of options. So for getting like good trees that's cheap, Plant Factory is super great. If you need to like have them go in specific paths, then AnyTree is great because it basically follows along. So you can design an undermesh and then the tree will follow to that path. So if like you wanted to make a particular arch or tree or something, AnyTree is amazing. But for just like making cool trees, Plant Factory is great. Cool. Yeah. And it's free. So like everyone should get Plant Factory even if you don't use it much, just because it's free. That is horrific and working for me nicely, I think. Now we need to make it look less like... right now, depending on how we texture it, this could be Last of Us or Hell. But the people coming out definitely helped that one, though. I like it. I'm going to go grab... what terrain? Meat. That's right. F4, append. Corrupted tuk-tuk. Material. Meat. Reasonably certain that's the one. Add a material. Meat! Yeah, we got all those other ones we don't want, but we do want meat. Link materials. Yeah, or coral. It definitely would work well for coral too. I got that. We didn't get this one though. Oh, because I haven't applied it yet. Let's go ahead and apply it. Now we can make it meat. Oh, the lines are neat looking too. That's cool. Almost looks like runes. I like it. And cool. And let's see, buildings. Practical? Yeah. It wasn't practical. Surfaces, tiles, what do we want to call it? There's one in here I know. Surfaces? No. Paint. That's just old paint, but I thought I had one that was kind of good for buildings here. Exterior. There we go. Cracked stucco. Sure. Add material. Cool, man. Have a good one. Great. And everything's very dark. It's getting close to what we want, though. Let's increase our brightness so we can see what the heck we're doing. Yeah, those definitely look like people coming at the side of our walls now. And that's fun. And let's add a few more background things. City builder. Derelict. I like derelict future. Let's do that. Let me pull this out of the way so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Let's put that in here. See what it looks like. See how we feel about it. That's cool. I don't think we like that material too much here on this guy. Cracked stucco's not working for me. Let's just see if we can find a better material. Shaders. All brick. Let's do this one. Hue, unwrap, cube projection. Better, yeah. That's definitely better. And we're not really seeing this building in the background here too much. Let's maybe... what does this building look like? It's interesting. I wouldn't necessarily call this a small building. Whatever. Let's come forward. Down. Like that. That's better, I think. Still not really seeing it though. Kind of looking at this as our base starting angle. Maybe let's set our angle up and figure it from there. Camera. There, Alexa. Anamorphic. But let's go to 35. And resolution. Wide. More like that. So let's get our wide first. Can't go too much wider than that. Let's get to here. Maybe it's even go to like 28. Yeah, something like that. It's going to be our building. Okay. And I like how Warzone-y it looks too. That's fine. This other building is definitely not working yet. We want to be here. It's actually not awful just to do that. Yeah. Yeah. And then over here, like there. Cool. And aftermath, that's what we want to look for. We'll leave our tuk-tuk off for right now. Grab some Warzone stuff. We're still very much in the early part of figuring out what the look for the host is going to be. So this may change. I allow myself the freedom to change that. But as of right now, I'm feeling pretty good about this. We shall see. Come on, load up. In the meantime, let's keep taking a look. So I like that car there, though. That is fun. We could do one more even like that. If we did a Ian or the cars, destroyed vehicles. And where's the bus? Something like that. That could be fun. I think we need to infect it though. And we need to darken it down. So save. For whatever reason, these buses are really bright. All these cars, not just the buses. Shading. But that's easy to fix. He didn't really do much to them. Roughness. Give it a bit of that, sure. Search hue saturation value. Value of 0.25, even 0.1, yeah. And color into normal, into a bump mode. Node, not mode. Value of 0.25. 0.2, yeah. There we go. Now, we're going to have to try this again. So because this node, this corruption thing essentially replaces the entire model, we have to test it and see how it would go. Shift-D, let's duplicate it. And we'll move the original bus. We're going to call this bus infection. Okay. And we're going to give it our, let's get rid of auto smooth. Add a modifier, geometry nodes, host corruption. And we get that because it doesn't have the voxel density to handle the thin parts, but that's fine because we get the stuff on the top anyway. Rewind. Okay. Voxel size on this one, 0.02, speed of 2, growth direction of 0.2, and minus 0.25. With a scale of 1, and not using objects currently, let's see what that gives us. That's cool as shit. And let's see. Let's select it and it. Solo. I just want to see the end, see what it looks like. See if we can see any of the bus underneath it as it moved. Not a lot. Some, but not a lot. I think what I want to do is come back to the beginning. Bus infection is what I want. And turn this off. Okay, and 1. Shift A, mash, or Shift A, mash rock. I want to stretch it dramatically that way. And cut it like that into this. Cool. Apply our Boolean. Get rid of that. And maybe one more. Rock. Cool. Great. And apply that as well. Delete this. And now save. Turn this one back on. Hi, Zach. Maybe want a little more height. 0.8. Yeah, that looks cool. I think 15 is probably all we need. Okay, apply it. And let's just, again, decimate it because we can. It's not huge, but we don't need it to be even 2/3 of a million polys, so cut it down. Yeah, it's half, that's fine. Apply. And we're gonna make it also meat. Turn back on, come on. Yeah. That's cool. We'll take it and parent object sits on the bus. Great. And let's move our bus in slightly as well. To like there. Yeah. Oh, that's gross. That's fun. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, do we want any patches on the ground out here? I think we do want a little, like right here. Well, I like that it pumps up like that there. Well, let's go to here. Right there, sure. A mesh, or just metaball. SZ, S. Let's try that. Object, not edit, object, convert to mesh. And then give it our host corruption, rotation and scale, play. Fun. We can actually go nice and small on this one. Get the smaller object, cut our speed down to 2, our vertical down to 0.25, and maybe we'll just leave it. Go a little longer or a little higher. Speed to 4. Let's try that. I like it. Cool. Take the whole thing down more. Yeah, I like that better. Cool. Let's use it. Apply it. Make it meat. Meat. Save. In fact, it's been a while since we've saved. That's a fun looking little section. I like it. We can even just duplicate it too. Let's just decimate it. Cool. We want to make sure we shade it smooth. I think it is already, but yeah. No, all those are off camera. Come on. Cool. Nice. And I want to look for... Where am I looking? Why am I blind? Come on, here we are. Let's bring a skeleton here. Uh, 1.9 is a little tall for a skeleton, isn't it? 0.9. There we go. So 0. Oh, he's not. He's at an angle. I see. He really is at an angle. Cool. That works. And, you know, mesh rock. There we go. Okay. I don't think we need to actually grow it off of him, although we could. I don't think there's any strong need for that, though. I don't think I have a bone texture real handy, do I? Let's look. All bone. I do. Cool. Gotta make it dirtier, though. Let's see what we can do. Bone. That should be okay. I might cut it down a little bit. Search hue saturation, drop that in there. Saturation like 0.75, value of like 0.75. Oh, even better. Yeah. Perfect. That's what we wanted. Nice. Oh, and our Warzone finally came up, right? Yeah, it did. Let's grab this building here. Let's join them all together. Yeah. Cool. That works for me. So we're gonna find missing files. Do I have aftermath here? No. Okay. 3 assets. Aftermath. Textures. I should find most of those. Yep, there we go. Cool. That's working good. We could take this. Object set origin to 3D cursor. No, sorry. Shift D. Object set origin to 3D cursor. RY90. Either one. But they both work. Cool. Just to get a little bit on this building here. And one more. Cool. See how that looks. I think it should tie it in more. Yes, it does. Okay, save. So now let's start to think about how we want to light this sucker. I like our scene. Your classic would be massively desaturated blue or red. Those are your two normal ways we would light this from a, like, I'm going to be stereotypical, which is not always a bad way to do it, but let's see. I'm going to try 47 again. I think this is the one I wanted. These could be interesting. 1200. Okay, let's try 1200. See what we get. We're going to need to bring, obviously, up our exposure quite a lot. You can actually maybe go back down to 7. Okay. And let's see. Do we want a fog? We could try a fog. See what it does. Distorted smoke or fog. Let's just do the ground fog. Let's see what that looks like by default till we tweak it, which we're going to do. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll do something like this, I think. You might not even... The Mie might be a little bit too water looking for this. This one might look better as smoke. Shading. Let's try and see. Search, scatter. See what it tells us about different types. The Henry Greenstein, default, Fournier, underwater. Oh, hey, man. Good to see you. Drain is interstellar dust. Probably not. Raleigh. Earth's atmosphere, or Mie, is primarily water droplets, clouds, and fog. Well, let's just see if we like it. Color to color, density to density, volume to volume. Does seem kind of cool so far. I do not hate on that. Quite the opposite, actually. Let's come over here to lights and add a spotlight. Up. I don't even know how high up streetlights are from the ground. I'm gonna say 6 meters. I don't know. Power is gonna be 5,000, or color temperature power is gonna be 500 to start with. Let's see. It feels all right. Kind of wish some of those other things were a little bit brighter. I mean, we could just brighten everything up. 6.5. It makes it all brighter. And then we could drop the sky down a little bit. -2. Probably too much. -1. Photographer 6. That feels like too much. That feels better, but the whole thing still feels kind of dark, and I feel like we want more focus on this car. So we could just bring in our own light and fake it. I always forget where I put his. I'm looking for the Ian Hubert lights, but I can never remember where I put them. Those are traffic lights. That's not the street lights. There we are. Joy. This is all joy. If it were assignment on us, I couldn't share it with you. So mostly those would be NDA, and I couldn't share it. So pretty much anything I get to share, I'm making for joy. Let's see if that's all right there. Focus on our car. Whew, that's bright. Okay. I think that's brighter than we want. Let's see. Make instances real. At this point, it's really not that bright, but there we go. We'll do that. That seems better. And like there. Sure. And then let's see. Select hierarchy. Did it move along? Damn it. It did not hierarchy it. Control parent to object. Or is this already? That does nothing. Great. Yeah, now they're good. Okay, one there. And let's see. Select hierarchy. And one over here. Let's see. It's a little better. I don't know. It's still not really working for me. I don't think it's going to do it. Let's just delete those. And we might just create a magical light. Film light. Area. Let's go with disk. Size of 3 meters. Power of 25. Color temperature of 5500. Again, It feels slightly better. Let's take that, rotate it slightly this way. There. Yep, that's working. Might cut our fog down a little bit too. I think that could help us. Just realized I haven't adjusted that at all, so it's still at 100%. .5 feels good. I think I want to fill that up with some of those smaller ones too. Shift D. Object set origin to 3D cursor. Object set origin, geometry to origin. RZ90. Let's scale it up a bit. Bring it. Yeah, fine. Oh, RX90. There we go. And we're just going to actually rotation scale, sculpt mode, grab that, and push this part in because I don't like this part as much up here. There we go. Cool. And move it over here too. Cool. Sculpt mode. Now that we've got some elements, we can kind of just play with them like that. And I don't want to bullseye it quite that much, so let's there. See how that feels. Yeah, that's better. Mm-hmm. That is definitely better. Now, we need a dude. And we've got some host guides that we made before, so let's just use them. Open, don't save. Paracologies people, host people. I'm going to make more. I think we're going to do some of that tomorrow, but because I don't really like her. She didn't turn out as well as I wanted. He, however, did. Select hierarchy. Copy his objects. Come back over here. And we're going to put him, I think, like right there. Maybe. But let's put him there to start with. There we go. Classic placement. Yeah, he's working for us. He is good. I kind of want one more building back here. I might just duplicate this one. Yeah. Cool. Think that'd be better? Excuse me. Yeah, that's good. Definitely wanted that. Yeah, he's working pretty well for me. Maybe we should focus on him in this shot. It's just such a, because he's in that rule of thirds point, might make more sense. And I don't mind. Yep. Cool. Save. I think we're pretty good, folks. I think we're going to call this one. So what we did, we used a bunch of procedural stuff to generate all this ick everywhere. We have ick with bodies coming out of it. We have general ick. We just created some ick objects that we could throw around. Lots of ick. I think it's working. We're going to play more with it as a style in the next couple of days. See what else we can get out of this thing. I know there's a lot more I want to share with the host, but I haven't entirely decided that like this is their design language. So we're kind of in a concept art visual development sort of stage right now. We'll see if it mutates a little bit. It probably will. The mycelium mutated a little bit from what I initially thought, and that was cool too. So, you know, it's all good. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. And I'll be back again tomorrow, same time, and we'll do some more. Okay, folks, have a great rest of your day. Take care.